I'm excited about this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen. Strap up, ladies and gentlemen. You're about ready to go for a ride, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds like a good hook, ladies and gentlemen. Liking the hook so far, ladies and gentlemen. Two-man band, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep a close eye on this one, ladies and gentlemen. The drums are right in the pocket, ladies and gentlemen. It's got perfect layering, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen. This band has what it takes, ladies and gentlemen. They're waiting for the pocket for the vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Two-man band, ladies and gentlemen. You got Guy D. Fayette, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect videographer, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mover. It's a shaker, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this band is going places, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's right in there, ladies and gentlemen. We still haven't heard the vocals yet, ladies and gentlemen. They're waiting for the right time. It's like the anticipation for the vocals to come in, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. When are the vocals going to come in? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, they peel the layers back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get the 8-ball out, ladies and gentlemen, and find out when the vocals are coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to that guitar. laying down the perfect melody, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that camera work right there, ladies and gentlemen. The best cameraman in all of the land, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Simon Feck, the greatest music reviewer of all time, ladies and gentlemen. This one came in from Mike Sassone, ladies and gentlemen, from Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida. Mike Sassone sent this one in, ladies and gentlemen. What a bold band, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that stage presence, ladies and gentlemen. Still waking on the vocals here. Who's going to be singing, the drummer or the guitar player, bass player, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this one here is a cooker, ladies and gentlemen. This is a live version here. You can sing along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. When those vocals came in, ladies and gentlemen, the vocals, it gave you the feeling. It fulfilled that need, ladies and gentlemen. The anticipation was there for the vocals. They withheld the vocals from you for a little while there, ladies and gentlemen. Those lyrics were deep, ladies and gentlemen. It's going so fast right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't attempt to dance to it, ladies and gentlemen, or you'll break your legs, ladies and gentlemen. That guitar player's out of this world, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta keep an eye on this band, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on this band, ladies and gentlemen. You'll never be the same, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time listening to Angine de Poitrine, ladies and gentlemen. What a bold look, ladies and gentlemen. Two guys making all this music for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you found a new favorite band, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I want to thank Mike Sassone for sending that one in, ladies and gentlemen. For the band, ladies and gentlemen. The total band, the total experience, the song, the vocals, the musicianship, everything, ladies and gentlemen. A 1 to 10 scoring system, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give this one 11, ladies and gentlemen. 11 out of a possible 10, ladies and gentlemen. This band's going places, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you that right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best band that you'll ever see in your life, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Simon Feck, ladies and gentlemen, your music review guy. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And right there, your life will never be the same, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.